Hello. Hi. All right. It's good to be up here. It was a long week of anticipation. Thank you, Ronald and Priscilla, for this opportunity. The Lord is really stretching me being up here. I love talking one-on-one with people. This is different. It's not the same. You may not be able to see this, but my hands are cold, clammy. I apologize if I short out the microphone. My heart's beating out of my chest. But anyway, I'm actually really happy to share with you because I just love Jesus. I love him, and the first time we came to Activate, my husband's Ken, my daughters are here, Chloe and Kenna, and then I have two more kids in the kids' room over here, Peyton and Kellen. And like Ronald said, we came from the States, and we live in Wassenaar now. My husband's with the U.S. Embassy, and so his job brought us here. But we looked for a church for probably about a year and a half, and the first time we walked into Activate, I felt the presence of God was just palpable, really palpable. And when worship started, it just felt like Jesus was walking around. He was just so loving the environment. He was just placing his hands on our shoulders and just really enjoying the worship because it's genuine. And that's why we love it here. It's genuine, and we know God's going to do great things through this church, and we want to be a part of it. You know, we're thinking, why did the Lord bring us to the Netherlands? We're super excited he did, but we knew it was for a bigger purpose than just the experience of living in Europe. And so I feel like that's finally unfolding, you know, his purpose for us here. A little bit about me. My card says, who am I? Who am I? I did tell you a little bit, but I'm Mindy Graff, and I just want to talk a little bit about when I really came to know Jesus. When I was 9, I had like what they call a fire insurance salvation, where fear and trembling on the pulpit, I said, okay, yes, please, Lord, save me. I had no idea what I was doing. I thought, okay, now I have to be really good. I have to be really good because I'm a Christian now, so I just have to, and it just seemed really hard. I'm like, oh, I have to be perfect now, I didn't get it at all. And so I didn't really know Jesus until I was 38 years old. I played the part, I walked the walk, at least, but inside I was tormented from childhood by shame. So it wasn't shame that I earned, it was shame that was passed on to me. It was inherited, and I know my family has had generations of shame just passed along. But praise God, he broke that cycle in my generation. And I just remember the day distinctly. I'd been pursuing counseling and healing because I'm like, what is wrong with me? I just felt shame being the deep-seated feeling that there is something different about me in a negative way. So, and no one could see this was going on inside my mind, but I questioned every decision I made. Everybody else knew better than me, so I was just following whoever I looked up to. I thought, okay, well, I need to do what that person's doing because all my opinions and decisions aren't good. It was just a very scary and really exhausting way to live. But at 38, and I won't go into the whole process, but the Lord just brought me to a moment where he freed me of that shame. And for the first time, I was able to articulate what it felt like to be loved. I didn't realize that for my whole life, I was unlovable. I did not know what it felt like to be loved, but the Lord just poured that into me, and I can't even, you all know, if you've experienced it, the joy that just filled my heart, and I was changed forever. And I saw him, the veil was gone, and I'm like, oh, you're real. And I'll never be the same. I'll never be the same. Praise God. What he's teaching me now, I spend a lot of time with him. It's my favorite time of any day. It's just one-on-one time with him. And he's really been teaching me how to love better. I didn't even know how to love really, be kind or whatever. But until I experienced his love, I didn't know how to love. And he's teaching me even more about how he loves. And it starts with my family. So he's teaching me how to love my family better. And the key to that is fully receiving his love. and accepting that I am fully loved and knowing and experiencing what that feels like so I can pour it out on my family. And I know, talk about why we were brought to the Netherlands. I don't know the whole picture, but I know God is calling us to love people, to just love people first and commune with Him and ask Him to show us how He loves people. Lord, give me your heart for this person. And once we have that love for them, then we have authority and influence in their lives. I don't think we can affect people if we don't love them. We can tell them about Jesus, but we need to love them first with the love of God. So He's just taking me on this journey. We're just getting started, but I'm excited. I'm excited about where Activate's going. There's a lot of love here, and I just pray that the Lord pour out His perfect love over all of us so that we can go out there and just share it with our community, with our friends, with our sphere of influence. So thank you very much.